We lived for about 16 years in the US, and when we returned back, my wife, through some of her friends and acquaintances, she got a taste of what was this birth scenario in Hyderabad, and we were astounded to hear more than 75 to 80% cesarean rates in hospitals in Hyderabad, especially in the urban areas. And a little bit of the research further proved to us, or gave further example, that it's the same statistics that stare at our faces elsewhere in the country, also in the urban hospitals. And so we thought about, and we started thinking, why is this? I mean, in the olden days, when many decades ago, or rather few decades ago, when mothers had C-sections, the impression or the first thought that came to our mind was really there was some emergency or some problem, and that is the reason why there was, or maybe she had some health issues, that's why. So we started asking ourselves, really, I mean, 70% of women are unhealthy, or they have some problems with their health or during pregnancy. That cannot be true. And so we thought, probably the whole birth situation is broken. And as we talk to more and more new mothers, our thinking, we found more support for what we thought. And my wife, Vijaya, Dr. Vijaya, she had some experience in teaching Lamaze classes. Lamaze is a philosophy of natural birth, and so it's a very old organization. It's across the world in about 65 countries. And so she had an expertise in teaching Lamaze to expectant couples. So one thing led to the other, and so she started teaching Lamaze classes to expectant couples. And one by one, and as the classes proceeded, more and more women and couples, they got interested in learning about pregnancy, what are the good practices during pregnancy in terms of diet, nutrition, gentle exercises, then comfort measures to manage the pain. And husbands were very interested in learning how they can support their wives during pregnancy. Guys, usually don't have any clue as to what's going on with their wives, in terms of the emotional issues and also the physical issues. And so what we found was very pleasantly, we were surprised that it was the guys who were calling and saying, yeah, I want to bring my wife for Lamaze classes. And so they started getting very popular. And then, but what was happening is that couples used to come and attend the Lamaze classes. They got very well informed. They were very motivated that they want to do everything they can in order to have a natural birth. But they were going back into the same system, the system which was having about 70% cesarean rates. And so they came back to us and said, we feel let down. And after attending the Lamaze classes, when we found no support with the hospitals. So what we decided was put our money where our mouth is, and we started the process towards building a natural birth center, where everything that we taught in the Lamaze classes, we practiced there. And also my wife then started practicing the scientific midwifery model, which we have pioneered in the country. So that's how Healthy Mother, the Natural Birth Center, the Sanctum, came into being.